friends, it's Yana here today, and today we're going to finish up sewing this Simplicity 9041 dress. I'm super excited about it. Let's finish it. Last time we worked on our bodice and we got it all done and it looks really cute. I used that that little foot, the rolled hem foot. It looks really good. It was really hard for this fabric though because it really frays a lot, but it worked out well. And then so we finished the bodice, and then today we just have to do the skirt. I'm not going to be adding pockets, but that is something that comes in the pattern as well. So if you wanted to do pockets, it does come with a pattern piece for pockets. And then I made one mistake, so I wanted to go ahead and go over that first before we jump into the skirt. Here at the front where it overlaps, I said, oh, there's no marking for overlap. Yes, there is. So on the bodice front pattern piece, they give you a little line here where it tells you this is the center line of the pattern, and that center line is where you're going to have to overlap to. So I overlapped a little bit too much, a couple of inches too much. But I will say that if you wanted to overlap more, I would try it on first. So when I overlapped it this much, I had tried it on and overlapped it and figured how tight I wanted it, how close I wanted it. It's supposed to be a little bit not as overlapped, so it kind of lays freely here. But I liked it a little bit more overlapped. I don't know if it's because of the sizing or whatever. So that is the marking that is on the pattern. So that's what you're supposed to follow there. So let me put that aside, and then I'll probably try it on again before I attach the skirt and figure out if I wanted to make it a little bit more open like the pattern says, or leave it tight like I did it. Again, I'm working with the version B, so I'm doing it a little bit shorter than here on the dress, and I'm doing a flutter sleeve. It is not as long as the pattern. I cut it, and if you want to see that, you can watch the past video where I show that, because I didn't have enough fabric. All right, now we're going to get started on our skirt. So we finished all of page 1. Put that aside. Page 2, we did our sleeve already, so we literally just have this part here and a little bit in the back for the tie, which is super simple. Again, I'm not doing pockets, but it does have a really good example on how to do pockets. Pockets are really easy to do. You can definitely do them if you wanted to. I just don't ever seem to use pockets on my dresses. I don't like them pulling down or anything like that, so I just don't even put them in most of the time. So we're gonna start with our continue for all views, stay stitch along the skirt edge front. Stay stitching helps the fabric not to like warp and stretch and be weird. So you can do that. And then we're going to do that for both, but front and back. Then we're going to go ahead, and it doesn't say here. Oh yeah, stitch center front seam. So you stitch the center front seam and the back seam. And I think the reason why they cut it into 2 is because it's so wide. And so it needs to be cut into 2 for the fabric wise. But now looking at this, I could have cut my fabric into 1 piece, which is kind of frustrating because I cut it into 2 and now I'm going to have a seam at the front. But you don't have to have a seam at the front. So now we know that for next time. Next time I go to sew up this pattern, if you have enough that you don't need a seam, then you don't need a seam. Okay, so I'm matching up the backs and I'm sewing up the sides, this inside seam, sorry, matching up those notches there. And I'm going to do the same thing for the front. I'm sorry, this is the front. This is the back. That was the front. I'm going to mark it. I'm going to put a little mark here at the top. I'll put a green clip. It went flying everywhere. So that way I know that this is my front skirt and this is going to be my back skirt. I want to make sure that I know exactly which one's which. I'm going to go to my serger and do a safety stitch where it does a straight stitch and then a serge edge to finish off the raw edge. I want to make sure that that edge is finished so that it doesn't fray on me. So, and then we'll have our back skirt and our front skirt. Okay, while I'm there, I'm also going to go ahead and prep my band. This is my band piece here, and so we're gonna look and see what it is that they want us to do, because I can do both at the same time. For the band, what they want me to do first, that's the skirt stitch open, full tie in half lengthwise with right sides together and open raw edges. Well, I have two pieces because I cut two pieces instead of cutting on the fold. What does it say here? It says cut two, so I don't know why they don't tell you to stitch the open place, full tie and in half lengthwise, the right sides together. So maybe there's two. Okay, yeah, so it's two. I was gonna make one long tie, but it's not one long tie, it's two ties. Okay. So we're gonna grab this tie and we're gonna fold it right sides together here. And we're gonna start at the point here and we're gonna go up and over all the way to the end. And at the end, we'll be able to turn around. Actually, they want you to leave a loop. You don't wanna, because it's gonna be stitched on right to the side. It's not gonna be stitched onto into the seam or nothing. So they want you to sew it close. So we're gonna go all the way down. And we're going to leave a gap where we're going to turn it around. So we're going up and down all the way across, and then we're going to leave a gap and turn it around in that gap. And do that for both ties. Now, because the seam is on the inside and it doesn't get rubbed against the skin or anything like that, you can just go ahead and use a straight stitch on your sewing machine. The reason why we do that safety stitch is because from where your seam rubs against the skin or whatever, it starts to fray your fabric, and you don't want your fabric to fray. But because this is going to be a seam on the inside of the strap, it will be fine if you just use a straight stitch. They actually tell you to open it up, turning, tie the end, top stitch closed, and then you top stitch afterwards. So it really, you know, kind of when you top stitch it, it'll help fix it. Even though I don't know that I'll top stitch the whole thing. I think you're just supposed to top stitch that little part where you left the opening, but it's up to you if you want to top stitch the whole tie or leave it. Because this dress is like a more fancy dress, I probably will not top stitch the whole strap because I think it looks better when it's just soft, but I may change my mind. All right, let's go. All right, so I went ahead and unpicked that bottom of the bodice and I just overlapped it what it showed me here. So if you put this along the edge and find this spot and overlap the bottom one to it, I went ahead and did that. And honestly, it looks much better because it's like kind of loose fitting, which was good. And then up here, I'm just going to do a tacking stitch with my sewing machine. Or hand stitch it tacked closed. So that way it doesn't gap open when I'm wearing it, because I just want that little stitch there. So that was great. And I'm going to go ahead and top stitch that closed again over on my sewing machine once I go do this step right here, the next step with my skirt. Let me put these ties aside. So what we're going to do with our skirt is, if you have pockets, you would go ahead and attach the pockets first. So you'd put them right sides together on all four sides, and they would be right sides together, making sure they match, making sure you follow the little dot where they're supposed to be at, where the pockets are supposed to start. And then you would sew them on first. And then once they're sewn on, you're gonna open them up. And when you place the front and back together, you would place the pocket around it. So you would go down and around the pocket and then all the way down the side. But because I don't have a pocket, I'm just gonna go straight down the side with my skirt front and back. Again, next time I sew this, I am not going to cut the skirt into two, the front and the back. I'm just gonna, if my fabric is wide enough, which this fabric was, which is the the part that I find a little annoying. If my fabric is wide enough, I'm going to just cut it on the fold. That way I don't have to have a seam down the front or down the back. Like, I don't mind a seam down the back, but I don't really love a seam down the front, especially like this fabric is a little soft, so it sometimes gives me like a little bit of rippling, and I was like, it would have been better if it didn't have to have a seam there, but we know that for next time. And I will add that information to my sewing planner, which if you have not watched, I posted a video about my spring sewing, and I talked about my sewing planner. And there's a place in that sewing planner to write stuff about it. So that right there, I'm going to write that information. Ooh, what's that clip? Right there, I'll write that information. That way, next time I go to make this pattern again, I can remember, hey, don't cut 2 pieces, just cut 1. So we're matching those side seams, and we're sewing the right sides together to create the skirt. So this will be my skirt. And I have marked the front and the back, that way I know exactly which one's which. Then I'm going to grab this tie, and I'm actually going to clip here the excess parts. And I'm going to do it with pinking shears because those are good for fraying fabrics. So I just want to make sure that I take extra caution. I'm just trimming that seam allowance down, and then in the corners. I'm going to go right here in this gap opening that we left, and I'm going to turn this tie all the way around. Then I'm going to use one of these little poking tools and poke those seams like in the front and everything. And then we're going to go steam it and top stitch this opening closed. All right, let's go sew those closed, and let's go sew those pieces together. We're almost done. This will be the first time I successfully completed a paper pattern from beginning to end. I've made other McCall patterns, but it's been the PDF download pattern. So this is a monumental moment for me. We are almost done. I'm so excited. I did top stitch that dress piece down here, the bodice piece. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to grab our bodice and we're going to grab our skirt, and we're actually going to fit our skirt into our bodice at the waistline here, and place the front skirt. Make sure which one's the front skirt. Oh goodness. Because the thing is that I attached them together, but yeah, this is the front. It's like a whole circle. Okay, and we're going to match up the front with the front here of the bodice. And we're going to sew all the way around, matching the side seams. And because now I did I did follow the marks, it should match nicely here. Like all my marks should match my side seams. The back, I should have a notch here on my back bodice, but I don't. So we're just gonna match up the back. Oh, there's notches on there's notches on the bodice and the skirt top where the back is gonna match up. Sorry, that's my son playing in the background if you can hear that. Okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to sew up, oh yeah, and then there's notches in the front where those folds are right here, where we did the fold at the beginning. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and sew all the way around, based all the way around the whole thing. And I think, hold on, let me see, they leave a, let me make sure, because I think they leave a notch. You're gonna sew all the way around, and yeah, and you're gonna leave a gap where you're going to insert your elastic, because you're going to add the elastic through. So we're going to sew, leaving a little gap all the way around. Then we're going to sew another line down from that at a 3/8 inch allowance, 1 centimeter. And that's going to give us, and you're going to sew all the way around, and that's going to give us like a little, a casing for our elastic. Sorry, I can't think with my son throwing darts in the background. Anyway, then we're gonna go ahead and grab our 1/2 inch elastic. We're going to measure around our waist, and we're gonna do the waist measurement plus a 1/2 inch. Then we're gonna insert that through that gap, sew it together, and then I'll close off the top with my serger. That way it's nice and finished off at the top, and that will be it. Well, then we'll have to attach the ties and hem, which shouldn't take very long. So let's go ahead and sew this up. All right, let's insert this elastic through that gap. Then after that, I will try my dress on and then finish off the edge, like I said, to close that gap off here. And then once I try it on too, I will be able to see how much I want to hem. And then also then we just got to attach the ties and we'll be done. Like, we're almost there, you all. I'm so excited. All right, I'm gonna go sew this up, pull the double through, and try it on. All right, I'm gonna head on over to my serger and I'm going to serge this edge close. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to go ahead, I did try my dress on and the length is great, so I'm just gonna do a small hem. I'm going to serge the bottom because I tried on your foot and it works so great, but because this fabric is so thin and frail, it's really wobbly. So I'm gonna go ahead and see how it works if I serge the whole edge and then I try that foot again. We'll see how that works. If not, then I'll just fold over and top stitch, fold over and top stitch, and it'll be fine. Then another thing that I'm going to do over in my sewing machine after I'm done doing that is I'm gonna go here, turn it right side out, and go to my side seam and place my strap, the straight edge of each strap on the side seam and top stitch. And that's all they do with the straps. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that as well, and we'll be done. All right, we're gonna try this and see what happens if I try to do it now that it's been that's been serged. So that way it will be easier to handle. All right, so here is the hem. I didn't show you that yet. So this is what it looks like on the right side. It looks really good. And then on the inside, because the serge edge is actually wider than the fold that it does, you can kind of see a little bit of the serge edge on this side. But it's fine because I used like the same color thread, and on this side it looks good. So it worked out well. All right, friends, we are done with my dress, and I can't get over the fact that I successfully made my first paper pattern ever. So excited. I was so scared because I failed so many times, but I knew this would be it. Thank you for coming along with me on this up and down ride, roller coaster ride of a sew. And I hope this encourages you to get out there and sew up that one pattern that you're so afraid to sew up. You can definitely do it. Just take it one step at a time. Divided and conquered, kind of like I did, just a little bit at a time. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please comment, like, share, subscribe if you haven't. A little thing about this pattern, the only thing I was not really super happy about is that seam right down the front. I think next time I am gonna cut it on the fold and see how it turns out, because I'm a rebel and I don't always follow rules anyway, and I just think I would like that better. But other than that, I think it turned out really cute. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Comment, like, share, and I'll see you all next time.